Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee in my beautiful blue, springy, beautiful growth mug. Because my husband chose it when he asked if I needed a refill, and then he brought me a whole different cup of coffee, but I was grateful anyway. So my beautiful Savage mug. Oh my gosh. So much interesting energy happening out there. It's really very interesting what is happening in the world. The big, beautiful bill passed. Do we believe it's a big, beautiful bill? Does it matter that we believe that? What are you engaging in right now? Many, because as I went on Facebook, my lovely, lovely friends that have a little bit different philosophy than I do. Overall, we have the same philosophy. It is the getting there that I think is the difference between what we want and there's really no difference in what we want. But I digress. Full of fear and anger and all of these energies was exactly what is wanted in those powers that were. I can guarantee probably 99% of us have no real idea what that bill says. But we've been told, and we've been told who we're supposed to thank for it, how we're supposed to be grateful for it, how we're supposed to hate those who made it, how we're supposed to hate the ones that allowed it to pass, the man that sponsored it, all of the people that it's supposed to benefit, and be sorry for all of the people it's supposed to hurt. We don't really know. We are just being whipped into a frenzy, and that is the bottom line of all that is going on right now. The bill is minute in the whole aspect of everything happening. It is a tool to get us into more dissension, more division. And so the cards wanting to come up today are very lighthearted cards, very playful and pleasant, because this is really the energy we want to be propagating in the world, because most of us want peace and ease, joy, abundance, happiness, health for the world. And we are the ones that are creating or not creating. And that's what we keep getting pulled away from in all of this political, geopolitical, all global fray that is being fed to us continuously. Stay divided, because that's easier to control, as is staying in fear. You understanding your power and what you can do about it all. Oh, no. They don't want you to know that. So as I was doing my hair, an analogy came up this morning. I just pulled it back because I wanted to wear these beautiful earrings that are not matched, and really it was purposeful because I couldn't find like feathers to take, to do two sets. But they in of themselves, those single feathers were so gorgeous that I put them together. Much like what happens in society when people choose to come together, the differences enhance one another. But as I was pulling up my hair, I thought about, I'm going to put this clip in. And then I went, oh, no, that won't hold on my hair. I'm going to use this little tiny clip. But that will hold my hair? Very much so. Yes. That's what I've got. It's a little bit bigger than that, but this one would have done, but my hair was quite full this morning. And so anyway, I put it in and just to secure my hair up. Now, all that hair wouldn't fit in this one. I'd have to use partial and all of that. But the message is, all it takes is controlling a few with the dissension, hateful fuel in order to take care of the many. This heavy hand, would only control a few, and with a great deal more weight on my head. I mean, this is just so analogous of our world right now. It is easy to control all my hair with just a little tiny thing. So they're going after as many people as they can whip into a frenzy as possible right now, and keep us in differences and dissension and blame and all of that. And okay, I've got a message here that I want to move away. And so anyway, so the cards that really wanted to come through was to help refocus us. And you know what? I just learned my dogs are in and out because they are ready to eat and they think I should have done it exactly when I normally do it, even though it's reading day, which Jack also knows it'll happen when I'm over. But yeah, that was another message that came through. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. But I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. That's what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to get out in nature. We have a rainstorm going this morning, which I'm so grateful for because it's a soaking rain. And this is the time when we need it for the 4th of July that could potentially start so many fires. So I'm grateful for this rain. And I don't have to go out and water this morning, which I do enjoy, but it's one less thing. Okay. This is the calendar came up again. This came up the other day, the moon. And let's read what Susan Shai and Dennis Fairchild believe about the moon card. It is number 18. This is like the overarching message here. This is a small deck. There's only, 22 cards or something. The calendar urges you to pencil in time for collecting your wits, slowing down, and reflecting on what's truly happening. It's the arcanum of sleep, both pleasant dream and nightmares, memories, primal feelings, the sense of smell and comfort food. Think warm, fluffy souffles versus dry toast. This card symbolizes tea time, not Budweiser time. It is time to chill us, to nurture us, to comfort us, because that is what we share more of in the world. If we go into this gnashing of teeth and pulling out of hair and screaming and crying and blaming and hating, that's more of what we're propagating in this world. The world is entering this huge shifting, changing phase. You're not going to stop that. But what you can do is help determine how rough this phase is or how less rough it is. Anytime we have a big change like this, it is going to be rough and people are going to suffer. Sometimes it's been me, other times it's been others. And you can look at the collective of those, the welfare people, the people that are poor. Many people look at my income and go, well, you're in that realm, but I've never chosen. Well, no, that's not true. I choose not to believe I'm poor and live accordingly. But I do have plenty, and there are people without plenty. I'm not saying that. If you follow the Bible, Jesus said the poor will be with you always, but I'm here right now. And it sounded, and that's never been played up as being so arrogant. And so you got me, don't worry about them. But the truth is, people have their path they came to live. I will care about them, help them as I can. And, if I had a huge amount to spare, that's what I would be giving. I do it in different ways, but I reach out to the people that I'm impressed upon to reach out to and help. I also, when I'm working and I'm giving away, I'm doing readings, I don't do it for free. I never do it for free. 99.5% of the time. There are people I feel led to reach out to without payment. But the truth is, people do not value what they do not invest in. And that is why we see what happens when people are handed their existence, their life, their livelihood on a plate for which they put nothing into. We create more victim, less ability to create more in the life because we tell them, you don't really have what it takes. You're not really capable of creating the life that you desire. So here, let me just give you your money each month and your food and this place to live. They don't value it. And so it just propagates more. And so us jumping into just one aspect of what people say this bill is going to do is really insane, Because number one, we don't know what the bill says. And what we build more of within ourselves is what we're sharing out in the world, which is then propagating more of that. It is time for us to go inward. And that's what this moon card is about, taking care of you. And we've had this message over and over and over. These are very busy cards, so I wouldn't even try to look at them, but I just really like them. They're very lighthearted and fun. And that's what we need now. We must cultivate it. We can't find it here, most likely. I mean, you can go search for the things, but what's going to be fed to you is what you've put out. Facebook is like the universe. YouTube is like the universe. What you focus on comes back to you in spades. That is true now. So you get inside, you do the internal work, you relax, release, and comfort yourself and work on your vibration. That is what you're sharing. If you want a better world, carry a better vibration. It's that simple. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension. This unicorn card is Mahatma energy. Get into your spirit, and the spirit is powerful. All of this governmental, temporal, earthly stuff is powerlessness. And that's what they want you to believe, that you are powerless. And that the way to deal with what you're concerned about is to rebel, to dissent, to hate, to blame, to point fingers, because that's what's growing in you and then in the world. They have you by the feet there going, oh, no, 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 dangling in front of you. This is what's happening. You believe this. So build your light body, accelerate your ascension, go in, comfort yourself, heal yourself. This journey of carnivore I've done has been pointed in that one of my main comfort things throughout my life has been food, and particularly sweet food. Now, why my body doesn't crave anything right now, this mind, when I've had moments of going, oh, I don't feel real good right now, I want to comfort. It's like, well, gosh, I can't do that. Used to be some form of alcohol, celebration. I want to go have some wine with the girls. I still go out with the girls. I just don't have wine because my body is saying not. And it's like, okay, what else is there for me? And I keep putting it up to Creator God, the universe. Okay, this dopamine hit that I'm looking for, where is it that I find it now? And it really is in the going inward and intentionally cultivating that higher vibration with the pure love and joy tool, with the gratitude practice. I got a sticker on this shirt. Yeah, a little piece of cheatgrass. So Julia, good morning, says, I'm embracing the Independence Day on a multitude of levels. I am working hard to stand in my sovereignty. Wonderful, Julia. That really is, it's like, what do you want? What do you want to create? Don't go back into well, I want to make this life better for them. I want to take this, we can't do their work. It doesn't matter what their situation is, whether they're the highest form, the lowliest form in your mind about loveliness in life. You can't change it for them. And you trying to, by handing them over and over the same thing, is not changing it. Again, we must do ourselves. That highest form of sovereignty, Julia, is choosing your vibration. What do you really want for your life? What do you want to see happening in your life moving forward? Then go to the world. Get into that quiet place of replenishment and comfort, and you do you. What is this higher consciousness? That's where you want to keep your focus. We are being prompted to tilt windmills here in relationship to any governmental stuff. Yes, that is the day-to-day life. But we each have this learning thing that we came in to do. And this fear that truly is arrogance. I did a video on this before. This arrogance, or this fear, which is arrogance, is that fear that I know better than the Creator and the universe for what is happening in this world. And that fear is saying it needs to be this way, and I know better than you how to get it that way. That is why fear can be arrogance. Good morning, Suzanne. It's me saying that I have a better plan. What I want to do is mind my own vibration. Suzanne and I did a little experiment a while back on some people in her life. We shed pure love and joy every day for a couple weeks on this one element in this relationship. And then we got together by 3 or something weeks after that. And I said, so how is that going? She said, wow, they've really relaxed on this issue and it's been better. And even though I know it's a powerful tool and I know it does work, and the ultimate inside you is a higher vibration, which is what the bottom line of what we want to do. But it affected who we intended to infect with it. Now, is that always going to work? Yeah, it's going to, because that pure love and joy tool is sending that energy that you manufacture by bringing it from the heaven. You go into that heart swelling energy. You manufacture that in your thought. For me, it was the first time I got to hold, and the fact that I was allowed to be at the births of my 3 granddaughters, the gift my daughters gave me in that just makes my heart swell. Then I send that energy out into the universe to situations, people, or just the walls. If it's me that I'm working on, meaning I need to raise my vibration, that pure love and joy tool is the quickest, easiest, simplest thing to do, as is a minute or 2 of gratitude, focusing on what is working in your life. Because all this collective energy that is being whipped up and so many people are falling into it is working on us. We must be intentional in working our own. I woke up in the energy this morning, and it's like, oh no. There are too many tools for me to use to stay here. So that fairy energy, the higher consciousness, constantly, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. Giving them permission to come in and help you along the way. It is imperative that we do us, that we include that higher consciousness. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you in your life. Debt paid off. Now, most of us will go to money, to go to bills. But there are other debts we are working on in this lifetime, which is why it can be such an intense time. We chose to come in now, and we brought in a boatload of energy for our own healing and for our ancestral healing. But we have to do it. And sorry to tell you, you can't do anyone else's. Blame is saying that you believe that you could actually have them create themselves differently and it would be better. That's what that whole projection of, yeah, you need to be different in order for me to be okay. That's what blame is. We have to be okay whether those around us in the government, in the world, are okay, because you can't do them. So the debt that you chose to bring in, your own load of karma, which isn't punishment. It is what you chose to bring through to learn from, because you did not fully learn it from a past life. And then the agreement you had with your ancestors to heal this time so much of the energy that they have left unhealed. You can do it, but you have to do you first. It's like putting on that oxygen mask before you try to save anyone else. That is how we must travel through this world. The next unicorn, we must. That's a very standard statement for me. You can choose to move through the world that way, or you can continue. What feels the best for you? The next card, caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. You know, there is an anniversary drumming circle happening on Sunday, the 6th, at Kristen Armstrong Park in Boise. It's 4 hours this time. And I have intended to go a few times, not been able to. I mean, I've been before, but it's been a very long time. I so am going to this because the community, I intentionally have to work at community because I can tend to hermit and be a loner. And the little town I live in, community is not an easy thing to cultivate here. You know, we have 36 churches. Most of my community is not found in those churches. And those churches are very judgmental and very fear-based in their belief system of the allowing of the others to unfold as they are, as long as everything is in love. Even as long as I say that, that's always conditional. It is, we need to allow others to unfold because we are unfolding and infecting them, not because we can make them do that kind of work. And there are many loving people in these churches, but they are not going to embrace what I put out. And so the number of them that I've been able to find in this community, I haven't searched all that much. I got to tell you, I'm calling myself out on that. I have put my message out and been attacked on a few ways, but I was also attacked by a bunch of people for saying that I loved Idaho. It was a particularly beautiful morning. I posted a lovely picture of our butte here in the valley and said the only thing that could make it better is if it was attached to an ocean. And oh my God, the hatred that I received about that, and that I needed to go back. I've been here 43 years. At that time, I think I'd been here 40. And some of the worst attacks came from the people that had Jesus all over their page. Now, I'm pretty damn sure Jesus would not do that. So I'm all about, what would Jesus do? Well, he'd hang out with prostitutes, whores, illegal immigrants, all of that. And he would love them. He would hang with them. Let them do them. You need to do you. When you're capable of actually managing your own energy, then maybe it's time to think about those others. But you do you and keep your energy in the highest vibration possible. Allow your true self to shine because you are awesome. Express your individuality. This is one way you can stay in peace in this world of lacking peace on most fronts, and certainly on this social media and the media news front, all sides of it. Express your individuality. Create what you love to create. Suzanne is a beautiful creator of jewelry. Julia is a beautiful creator of photographs. She had a squirrel that she rescued a while back and has the most adorable picture of that baby squirrel, because the mama and the other sibling were knocked out in a storm. And this is gorgeous card too. And she worked with this little squirrel for a few days until she could get into a squirrel rescue. But it has its little tiny paws wrapped around her one finger, and its eyes are closed. And it is in such gratitude and enjoyment of the fact that somebody, you could feel its pain too. I mean, it was missing its mama and siblings, and she was there not just to rescue it, but get that beautiful little photo. And this is the thing, and that there is so much love and there is so much beautiful energy in the photo. Beautiful energy in Suzanne's beautiful jewelry, beautiful energy in my earrings. I probably have over 100 pair now, and I'm only selling them in one little place in Boise. Not that they have to be sold, but it would be nice to not be storing them. But it is in the creation of it, that beautiful energy that comes through as I create them. And the same with the mandalas that I've been drawing since last September. If I'm feeling at all tumultuous and I'm not making earrings, I'll do the mandalas, because that creative energy allows your authenticity to come through and to really help you stay more in a peaceful aspect. And then the next and last card, this is it for today. Healing, healed, healer. That is your claim always. It can be for the world, but I guess I would say it is better. That doesn't mean I'm saying not to engage in. There are healing groups like every Sunday at 7 p.m. our time-ish. Pam Gregory started a prayer group for, I think, 15 minutes. Join into that. Combine your energy with the others. Unless your energy is fear, hate, dissension, all of that, then stay out of it. If you're going to be part of what is fueling more peace, more love, more acceptance, more ease, more abundance, more prosperity, more joy in the world, and you're going to add your collective energy that mirrors that, go for it. Please go for it. But if you're going to get together and propagate more fear, hate, all of that, I beg you to do your own work, stay out of it. And this, this reading has pretty much said that. Hang in there. Don't do this stuff. Honoring your true feelings is the card that's on the bottom of this deck. Honoring your true feelings. Honor that, your true feelings. Honor the things that trigger you, which is what is happening with all the media stuff. Honor that. Shed love on it, accept it, but don't propagate that. Go into the love and propagate that on these people you believe are going to suffer. And I'm saying I'm not for or against this bill. I don't know what's in this bill. I know that people are really against Trump and they're all saying this isn't going to work. Then there are people that are really for Trump. They're all going, this is going to be great. I don't know. I haven't read the bill because you know what? That is not where my time and energy is going. I can't change that. I can't make that different now than it is. What I can do is absolutely do me, be sharing in the world more of what I want by doing me and raising my vibration, healing, healed, healer, doing that for myself, because that is where the payoff is. Because then we're sharing it. Whatever we're spending our time, energy, and thoughts on, we are creating more of in the world. So what do you want? You want more peace, more ease, more joy, more moving forward with all of that. So focus on that. Grow it in you. That doesn't mean you ignore the others, but you have to do you so that you are sharing what you believe will then be true for others. But doing it from that negative fear, hatred, blame aspect is not going to create what you desire. Valerie says, feeling the need currently for positive focus, expressing creativity, trusting in the divine, and releasing all that doesn't serve. Absolutely, Valerie. That's really what's going to keep us in this higher vibration, which is what we're sharing, which goes out. And the law of energy says energy can be neither created nor destroyed, only shifted. Our intention to send that love into the world and be in that gratitude energy is huge. That is what goes out and keeps going. So more of that, less of the bullshit that we keep getting propagated on social media and regular media on all platforms. I believe we are complete for this beautiful day. In the US, today is the 4th of July, a day celebrating freedom. I am grateful for many aspects of my country. I am grateful for the freedoms that I do have, and I'm focusing on those. We will see how things unfold, but it is up to me to be the most loving, freedom-loving, empowerment sharing energy I can be in this world. And I invite you to choose that as well. Thanks for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.